Calm down. Anyway, cats are very talkative this morning. But anyway, my thought today is on your relationship with you. Um, how much are you there for yourself? Are you so busy, running circles and being so busy that you're not making time for yourself? And do you really know yourself? How much priority do you make yourself? You know, um, if we don't have a good relationship with ourselves, which I've had a lot of good time to really lately to really just sit and be, and I think that's really what is a good starting place is as far as getting centered with ourselves is to be able to meditate and just sit in silence and be with nature and be able to just relax and think. Uh, and do you do that? Do you spend time with yourself and talk to yourself? Do you give yourself positive affirmations? Or do you tell yourself that no, it's never going to be any different than how you already are or don't want it to be or whatever? Um, before I think before I think that we can have real relationships with others, we actually have to have a super relationship, first with our Heavenly Father and second with us, our own self. And if we're not doing that, then, we're losing out on finding out who we really are. I mean, you know, um, do you know yourself? Really? Do you know what your likes are? Do you know what your dislikes are? Do you know really what you want to do? Maybe you don't. Um, are you afraid to be alone? Do you enjoy spending time by yourself? Or do you not allow yourself to be by yourself? Are you just running 90 to nothing? And so, you know, um, there's nothing wrong with being quiet in a quiet place and thinking about life and regrouping and trying to find a way to be grounded. And and like I said, sometimes that means we have to learn to say no to folks because we have to work on that relationship with ourselves, and with, of course, our Heavenly Father. But we got to get to know ourselves. We've got to know what makes us tick. You know, Most certainly before anybody else can figure us out. And so, don't rush stuff with yourself. If you need to get to know yourself better, then take the time to do it. Um, be good to yourself. Treat yourself to some good stuff. Give yourself that bubble bath. Go on that walk by yourself. Treat yourself to a nice dinner. You know, get to know you. Get to date you. Find out what makes you you. And I think too many times we don't. We have a tendency that maybe we don't like ourselves or we don't want to have to pay attention to ourselves, so we put our attention and our efforts elsewhere. And that's all well and good, but don't neglect you in the process. It's okay to put you first. It's okay to find out, like I said, what makes you you. And you don't have to apologize for that. I don't think any of us do. But it's good um, to try to understand who we are, what we are, why we think and believe the way we do, and it's always going to be a work in progress. I mean, that's life. But again, work on your relationship with you. Um, and sometimes that means telling other folks no, and sometimes that means you just being in silence with you and your animals or outside or getting your zen, so to speak. So just be okay with that. And if somebody doesn't understand that, then just you're going to have to politely set a boundary with that. And your true folks and friends and people that care about you are going to understand that. Because until we really get us together, we can't really we got to be able to offer to ourselves first what it is about us that we like about us and what we want to change about us. And we need to constantly work on that, and have attention to what that means regarding our own selves and our self-worth and what we hope to accomplish and what we hope to strive for our purpose. And so be okay with that. Don't feel like you have to apologize for needing